Hello, my name is Juan Rodriguez, and I have been asked to jury this show, and I'm honored to do that. So I want to let you know a few things that I look for when I do this sort of thing. I look at design. It's very important to me, of course, because that kind of shows how your eye should move through a piece. And I look at, I think about the elements of design and the principles of design. And then the second thing I look for is mastery of medium. And sometimes, you can kind of see the mastery of the medium and drawing skills and things like that. So that being said, I think I can continue. As far as for myself, I'm a graduate from the University of Washington, where I majored in sculpture and I minored in painting and drawing. And I won a few awards here and there, including the Artist Trust, I think in 1994. And I think I won a couple of positions in the Collective Visions Gallery. So anyway, I am ready to begin, and this is the first one. We'll just talk about this one since it's right here. This is the mixed medium category, and let me see. I chose for number one. I chose the Jellyfish here. I like this piece. It's got very nice the way she broke up the shape of the format. I like that, and I know that this alcohol ink is I think a lot of people it's kind of a new thing, I think, and I hear it's very hard to control. I've never tried it myself, but I think she really got the feel, and I like the looseness of the jellyfish, and I really like the colors, that the way the colors work together. And for number two, I chose the poppies, kind of for the same reasons. I like the way the spaces are broken up on this piece here, and I really like the intensity of the colors. And I think this one is also an alcohol ink, and boy, this control is really nice. It's control chaos in a way, and I really like, of course, the contrasting colors, red and green. So that's pretty good. Anyway, and let me see, number three was the tea bag. I chose this one because it's very innovative. Yes, I like how the space is broken up, and you got to really look close to this, all these little details of embroidery and the tea bags that are here. Very innovative stuff in here. The tea bags, and then you look even closer. There are sayings on here like steadiness comes from character and commitment. You really got to study this piece to find those things. And let's see, as far as honorable mentions, I like Rome. I know the story about this piece here. It has come out of a situation, a health situation, and she got to do these things with her friend, and this is the story. I really like how she did this her trip and used these pieces of I didn't know what they were, but I guess these are the pieces from where she used to breathe oxygen from. Yeah. Is that correct? Oxygen. Yeah, I like how she used all these, hence the mixed media. This spring was, I really liked this one too. It's for honorable mention. I mean, it's simple, and it's watercolor and pastel, and I can see the two mediums go very well together. You can't really see, oh gosh, that's the pastel is sticking out. No, she's got really nice touches in there, or he has nice touches of the pastel and the watercolor work together. This one also I gave an honorable mention to, because it's very, to me it's pretty close to being just a watercolor, but I guess it's a mixed medium with acrylic.
White acrylic. Yeah,
white acrylic. But I really like again, the broken up spaces. And of course we look at things like these things, and we see the contrast, that's working. That's one of the elements of design there. I chose for first place. I chose snow. Again, I really like how the space is broken up in this format. I like the contrast of this piece. It's not. It's not a really tight piece, but I also like how it kind of almost looks like the underpainting is coming through on these. It really works nice. I can see the the redness and that's going all through there, and it's not. I really get the feel of space movement on this too, and I really like the mistiness of the background there. For number 2, chose this one. Semblance. It's very innovative, and it's not your usual subject matter. And the spaces are also broken up nice, and I just like the innovation of this piece, and it does have a really nice three-dimensional feel to it as well. It's just especially like the shoes on this thing. and all this carries through. You really don't notice these little stripes just carry through on all the way through, kind of. So it's got some movement to it, even though it looks like it's standing still. Number 3 was ropes. It's very, very photorealistic. Lots of spaces are broken up into this format. Very nice, very nice contrast of small spaces to larger spaces. If you didn't know it was this subject matter, I would still be looking for those things, how the space is broken up. Contrast is awesome, it's just, I could really get the feel of space on this one, and especially like the American flag in the back. And it doesn't like stick out, it doesn't stick out like, oh, here's the flag and everything else. It's just part of it. I know I gave this one an honorable mention. I like the colors on this. There's quite a few different, there's quite an array of colors in here. You really got to look at this piece. These, of course, overpower it, but even within these pieces, there's nice colors working into the petals. I like the simpleness of the subject matter, and the spaces are really nice, well broken up. Even though the trees and everything isn't like all formed out, it still has movement. Space in the front and space in the back. Of course, kind of for the same reason that the person put a lot of work in this piece, of course, but it's not for that reason that I chose it. Because of the same thing, it's got good space around it, and you really got to look at. This just looks like one color but when you come up and look at it, there's a lot of variations going on in the background as well. Serenity. I like this one because it's got very subtleness going on with it, and I can feel the serenity. It kind of moves in space definitely, and I like the cloud bank in the back there. And, I like the design of this piece as well. Even though it's got big spaces, it still works. So the first piece I chose for first place was the duck. I don't know if that's the name of it. It's called Alone. And I really like this piece. I guess it's colored pencil. This is the drawing category, by the way. If you look at the water, there's a lot going on in there, and it really works nice. The darkness goes into the subject matter of the duck, so it's one with the water, not just an object sitting on top of a background. All this is really difficult. It's not easy to choose first. A lot of these could have gone either way, but you gotta make a choice. I chose this for number 2. Look, it even has a 2. That's kind of weird. I think it's a pastel. This is Echo. Nice piece. Again, I'm looking at the spaces and the contrast. The mastery of the medium. Nice piece. So I really like, and I've been drawing horses lately as well, so I really relate to this one. I chose this one for number 3, third place. I think it's maybe pen and ink and watercolor. I'm not sure. It doesn't have the thing on, but this also has nice movement to it, and even though it's in the center, we still have the movement of the background that goes in, like right in here. See, so it still makes it part of it, in certain areas. This one, honorable mention. I have never encountered brown charcoal like that before. I'll have to look for it. But this is also an innovative look at the tree. Usually they're just across like a landscape, and I like how they did the little pine cone study in the front. I chose weight. This is a very innovative piece. I was wondering about the way it should have been displayed, and I guess it should be against the wall, and even against the wall I think it would have been even a better presentation. So I really like the innovation of not staying within the frame. Even in here, you know, it's got some really things going on here that I don't know what the story is, but I feel like this is really weighted down. And I mean, I think this is canvas. I didn't really look or anything, but it's really cool how he I don't even know if it's a he or she, how they used natural, you know, rocks to hold the weight down. I like this sort of thing when they put objects together that don't seem like they should be together. For second place, I chose blouse. I call it blouse.
Blouse?
It's summer. It's called summer. Yeah, we have to be careful with that one. You know, when you just look at this one in the front, you go, oh, okay, you know, it's a lot of work here, you know, and of course, you got to still keep all those things in mind about design and all those other things, even though it's a garment. And then you come back here, and it's got some really nice things going on back here. You know, the spaces are broken up nice. It's not just like, here's a pattern, and there you go. You know, it's got really nice space breakup. So even though we take out the subject matter out of our heads and just look at the way the spaces are broken, that's what I look at sometimes for the work I look at. Third place was the bench. Of course, this is very, very innovative. I'm not sure how what part of the boats these are, but I can tell they're boat parts, and I mean, this is a really cool piece. Just the way it's you know, formed, and I guess you got to be careful you don't bump this into the night. You know, go and get your midnight snack, because it'll hurt you. But it's a really cool piece, and you know, I like this sort of thing because I use a lot of found objects in my work as well. I did have two honorable mentions. I think I wanted to definitely notice the crab here. The crab was really cool. I'm going to lift this up so you can see. This person used glass, and then they constructed this and put them together. I think that's really awesome how they use and these are typewriter pieces I hear, and just how they work together is really cool. He also, or she has another one right here with typewriter as a suction feet for the starfish, the sea star. And also this one. I don't know what material this is made of.
Driftwood.
Oh, it is? Oh, see, it doesn't say that on here. It just says color. But anyway, this is driftwood, which, whoa, I like driftwood. I couldn't tell what it was, but I thought they might have made something or other. I think it just painted, but so it's a very cool piece. I like that piece. This is the watercolor part. And for first place, I chose Wonder. This one here. It is very nice breakup of the spaces here, you know, and even the bigger spaces with the smaller spaces. I can really see movement in this from the contrast of the flowers to the background. It's a really nice piece. Second place, Poppy. Oh, wait a minute. It's called Passage. Sorry, because there's a piece that's called Poppy. We already did that one. But I really like the intensity of the colors here, and of course the contrast of the reddish with the greens. That's a nice contrast that goes on here. Very, very intricate piece. And even the variation of, you know, of the bigger spaces to these tiny little spaces. And you know, sometimes the flowers are in front, and sometimes they're in the back. Nice. Country. Kind of for the same reasons. They got really nice breakup of space, and I do get the feeling of movement from front to back. You know, the perspective and stuff going on here, and all these darks and the lights. You know, very, very nice piece. And for honorable mention, I have Hydrangea. This one here. for the same reasons. It really looks like it moves in space because of the contrast and I like the breakup of the shapes, big small shapes, the big shapes, and especially the shadow. I really like the shadow on them. I like that purple shadow there. And the other honorable mention was tree. I just kind of like the mood of this piece here, and the tiny little pieces. And it's not like, oh, here's the whole tree or whatever. They just basically they're already kind of abstracting it for you to look at the spaces by breaking it up in that direction. For first place, I chose Enter, which is this piece right here. I like the mystery of the door, and you know, look at the contrast in that too. You know, it's got the darks and the lights going on, and the way the spaces are broken up, and yeah, this is very mysterious to me. I like that door. But I really related to this one because recently I went to Hawaii. It's hard to, this person, you got to wait for that shot. You know, it takes a long time for the thing to come up for you. You know, we were sitting on the beach watching for whales. Oh, there's one. You know, maybe 6 hours later you might see another one. But you know, this takes a lot of patience. Plus, you know, it's I don't know if this was local or not. I can't even tell you what kind of whale it is, but maybe a gray. I like the mysterious of that one as well. I like how the little section of her waist is missing because of the sun, and the rays are you know, just emitting through her body. Who knows where this place is? It could be. I don't know if this was photoshopped or whatever, but I also like the breakup of the space. And if you look at it, this kind of looks like the state of Washington. That gets honorable mention. Yeah, I like this one for the same reasons, the space, but it's really I like how this person put the two halves together and made it look like this wedgie thing is coming at you. You know, we know it's a train, but what kind of train? You know, is this a futuristic train or what? You know, I really like the contrast of these petals and you know. And the colors in here, you can kind of see you got to actually see these in person, because some of these subtleties you really can't see by not being here, like these pinks. You can kind of see these, but then there's these greens here that you really can't see. You know, little sepias in here. You know, it's just lot of subtleties on this one. It's got really nice contrast as well. I like this little section here. If you pretend it's not a flower, you just got to look at the whole design, kind of abstract those things to yourself. I like that one because things are blooming right now, so we kind of relate to that right now, and it's got lots of. I like the spaces in there, and the colors are very nice. And I just noticed that all these are digital photography, and I don't think anybody actually went to the dark room and did anything. I think those days might be over.
There's still a few, but not too many.
Oh. So this is my choice. I guess it's judge's choice, and the only way I could decide this was which piece I would put in my house. And the reason I'm choosing this piece is because well, first of all, it already won a place, but also it makes me want to build this thing. Okay, so being an artist myself, I think I really like this piece right here as my choice.